Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Good evening, wherever you are to spend with me. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. My name is Nichelle Womack, and I am a life transition and business strategist. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I teach the dreamers, the aspiring, and the new business owners how to transition in your life with information and inspiration to help you start, market, and grow into the CEO. I've been a business owner myself for over 20 years. I've worked in corporate America for over 20 years. For the last 10 years, I've been the CEO of me. How can I help you? I help those people that are aspiring, that are dreaming, and that are just starting off into their business world. And I teach them how to take their passion, turn it into profit so that they can create their own enterprise. So that is what I do. If you'd like to learn more about that program and how it can help you, if you are transitioning from your 9-to-5 into entrepreneurship, you can go to bit.ly/BEA CEO. Hey, how you doing, Adrian? Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Greatly appreciate all the love. Today, we are going to talk about how to deliver a powerful public speaking event. A powerful public speaking event. Now, I'm sharing this with you. I've won many awards before, but I wanted to share this one with you here. Best speaker. You can see that. I don't know. It kind of comes out kind of crazy. But if you are in any type of profession, you have had to speak before. And I think speaking is really an excellent element. No matter what type of business you're in, you need to know how to speak. You need to know how to speak, and you need to know how to speak proficiently, effectively, and efficiently so that whoever you are delivering a message to, that they understand the message. Now, I shared yesterday how I think Periscope in any type of social media, particularly video, is absolutely fabulous in helping you start your speaking career. As a business consultant, I work with tons of business owners that don't know how to speak publicly. Now, if you're having a difficult time speaking privately, the chances of you being able to speak publicly are very slim, very slim. And so when I am working with people starting their businesses and helping them, this is something that I stress as well, because we all need to know how to convey a message that is delivered, that people will respond to the message. And again, like I said, Periscope, if you do daily scoping, this is your practice ground, no matter where you are. Now, I have a little advantage because I speak in front of people on a daily basis as an educator and as a consultant, as a real estate broker, as an insurance broker. I'm always in front of somebody talking to them. Well, today I had the opportunity to meet with a group of professionals, and we talked about, I actually had 2 speaking engagements. The first one was home buying. I did a presentation for home buying there, and I posted that pic on my Instagram page, so you can go look at that. It's just a picture of me up there speaking at Nichelle Womack. And then I also did a program, part of my nonprofit organization that I'm putting together with the community. Some of you guys may remember when I first got on last year, probably was around January or something, when I was telling you this program that I have for new business owners that I've incorporated for the young. And so that's part of my nonprofit, and I did a program for them, had the parents there so that they can listen to see what their children were getting involved in. And that went very well too. So let's talk about you in speaking. How many times do you speak on a regular basis? How many times do you go back and retract what you've said to hear if your message was clear and concise? As a public speaker, I do it all the time. Because I speak all the time for events in front of my class. And so therefore, I have to be almost perfect when I'm talking to these people, because they're listening to what I'm saying, and they're taking notes, and they're responding accordingly. And so I challenge you, if you are interested in getting into public speaking, utilize video as your playground. How do you use that? You do what I'm doing right now, and you go back and listen to it and see if you are doing everything that's needed. One, to convey a message, if you're clear, your pronunciation, if you're moving too fast, because that has or was a problem. And sometimes I still go on and I go fast, but being a member of Toastmasters International, which I am, I'm the public relations director for that, and I have been for 2 years, it has taught me to slow down. Because sometimes even in front of my class, my students are like, Miss Womack, can you repeat that? And it's okay, because when I get excited, I just start talking fast. And you may be like that as well. Some people will call that as a fast talking salesman. You know, when you know what you're talking about and you're confident in it, sometimes you can tend to get a little excited. And that's me. I get excited about what I'm doing because I'm passionate about everything that I do. I enjoy helping other people. So let me share with you a couple of things. I have 6 tips, and there are more than this, but I'm going to share 6 with you this evening that can help you if you are interested in becoming a public speaker. The first thing that I want to share with you, and it's so key and so important. Can you hear me, first of all? Because I know sometimes when I'm talking on my phone, sometimes my voice goes in and out. I don't know why. If you can hear me, put up a little heart or something just so I know that you can hear me. I know people like to come in and look at you. So if you could tap on the screen just to give me a heart or something. Okay, thank you so much. Praise God. I appreciate that. So the first thing that you want to do is and this is the no-brainer. Anything that you do in life, you want to prepare and plan for it. We saw last night on the presidential debates what not preparing does for you. We saw that one candidate was fully prepared due to experience and spending time doing what they should do so that they can be prepared for that event. And then we saw the other candidate didn't prepare at all, and we just saw everything was random, rambling, just all kind of stuff going on that platform. So that's the first thing that you have to do. You need to make certain that you are planning and preparing. How do you do that? The first thing that I always recommend is understand who your audience is. It's the same thing that I share with you all the time about targeting. You want to understand who you're going to be speaking to. Today, as I mentioned, I spoke to parents about my CEO program, and I also spoke to a group about real estate. So before I even went into that room, I had an idea of who I was going to be speaking to. Majority of the women in my CEO program, BEA CEO program, the parents were low income. A lot of them can't afford the program that I have, but as I mentioned, it's a nonprofit, so I have venues that help give them funding to be a part of the program. And so that was the first question they asked. How much does this cost? You know, they weren't looking at the benefits. They weren't looking at the things that I was sharing to them that could help their children, expand in life and give them more opportunities. That wasn't important to them. Cost was important to them. And if I had not known that prior to going in, then I would have been totally focused on all the features and the benefits that my product and my service can offer those families. And so being that I knew price was going to be an objective, I was clear and defined, and I spread out and shared with them the benefits of this program. Well, number one, once your child goes through my program, first of all, they're going to learn how to speak like I'm speaking to you right now on a public circuit. Not only that, they're going to learn how to initiate a business practice. They're going to learn how to write a business plan. They're going to learn how to market their business. They're going to learn how to approach vendors for the services that they offer or that they need. And once I start going through all those different things that the program offers, and then when I told them that this is not a cost to you, you should have seen the barriers break down. They were like, and then they began to get a little bit more interested in the program. They began to get a little bit more interested in what I was sharing because that cost was a barrier. So you must know who you are speaking to before you begin any type of conversation with public speaking. And that's part of the planning and preparation. The next thing that I share with my clients is that in order to do a public speaking event, you must have an introduction. And your introduction is not just who you are. Hi, I'm Nichelle Womack. No, that's not it. Your introduction is what you are preparing to say to them. It needs to be a catchy phrase in the introduction. That introduction needs to snap their attention right away. And then from there, in that planning and preparing, you go to building. You go to building a body. Just like you're writing an essay. I was an English teacher as well. And so when I would teach my students how to write, the first thing that I would tell them, you got to have a beginning, you got to have a middle, and then you have to have an end. You have to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I teach that to my students right now when we're writing books, because I also teach them how to write a book. And so those three things are essential in your preparation and in your planning to help you begin your speaking event. So in that introduction, again, stating what you're going to talk about. In that body, you're going to explain that step that you mentioned in that introduction in the body. You're going to have bullet points that you're going to address. Depending on your time frame, you want to make certain that you pay attention to that. Because I know one thing in Toastmasters, it gives us time that we have to speak. And so knowing how much time you have to speak is very effective in helping you get through your presentation. And then the last thing, intro, body, conclusion. You want to conclude the message that you have so that people know that everything you spoke about in your planning, in your preparation, and in your speech. So that's the first thing. The second thing that is so important, you want to have eye contact. People that don't look people in the eye, they have always gotten a little shady results. So looking people in the eye is so essential when you are public speaking. Looking people in the eye. Let me reset. My name is Nichelle Womack, and I am a life transition and business strategist. I teach the dreamers, the aspiring, and the new business owners how to transition in your life from your 9 to 5 into entrepreneurship. I do that by providing you with information. Now, today I'm giving you some information to help you, because if you are thinking about becoming a business owner, you need to know how to talk to people. And then I provide motivation to push you to that next level. And then I deliver inspiration every day at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time to give you that inspiring message to help you through whatever struggles you are going through that day, that week, or whenever. You can resort back to that inspiration to help you push forward. So keep in mind, being a business owner, you need information to start the business. You need inspiration to stay in business, and you need motivation to have somebody to push you to that next level. And that's what I do. You can go learn more about what I do at bit.ly/BEACEO. I'm also available at 2excelwithnichelle.com. If you'd like to send me a message, a question, or something, you can go to my webpage. At the bottom, there's a chat bar there, and you can send me a message and I will respond to you immediately. As soon as possible. I didn't mean to say immediately. Things happen. Life happens. So the next message that I want to share with you when you are speaking, you want to be able to work the floor. That's number 3. Work the floor. How do you work the floor? Dance with your audience. Yes, don't just stand in a stationary position. How dull is that? But you don't want to also be moving so much where they're like going like this, like a ping pong ball. You want to do strategic moves. You want to move from one point to the next when you are stressing your points. Okay? So you want to be strategic in your moving process. Point A, point B, and point C. Hi, I'm nobody's grandma. Yes. All righty. And then the next thing that you want to do that's so key and so important, you want to bring your listeners into your message. And so remember in the beginning, I said introduction, I said body, and then I said conclusion. You want to bring them into the message. And how do you bring them into the message? Your story should resonate with them. Your story should be impactful. Your story should make them feel what you're talking about. So when you are talking to your audience, it should make them, if it's a compelling story, it should make them cry. It should make them think about some things. It should make them have feeling, because that's what a powerful presentation does. it draws the audience in. And then you want to make certain that whatever you are stating to them, that you're able to repeat the facts, that they can address those points vividly if you were able to ask them. If you were able to ask them what you're talking about. So those points that you are missing, they need to be bullet points that they can understand, that if you were to say, if someone was asking, what did you learn? They knew that you gave them specific points. So you have to repeat them, because it's been said sometimes you have to repeat things 3-4 times, maybe 5 times before people even remember it or even recognize it. Okay, so number 4, bring your listeners into the story. Number 5, I see this all the time, and this is a problem with public speaking. You don't want to always be saying, I'm sorry, or apologizing. You shouldn't be doing that. What are you apologizing for? Nobody knows that you messed up except you. And so there's no need to keep saying, I'm sorry, I apologize, or anything of that nature, because you are making them aware that you made a mistake. And so go with the flow. If you know you made a mistake, just pick up the pieces and roll on, because you don't want to make it seem like what you're doing is a problem. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you, Jiggy. And so that's number 5. Don't over apologize. Don't over say you're sorry. You know, one time if you're running late or something, you may want to say that, but I wouldn't even recommend you saying that, because then you start making people think. They start thinking about that more, so they're thinking about what you're saying. But if your message is worthy, they will wait. I promise you they will. And the last one that I want to share with you this evening is the final message of preparing a $1 million speech. You want to summarize everything you have said. You want to summarize, clarify everything that you said. Your purpose of doing the presentation is that people take away a message, right? And so therefore you want to summarize so that they can get those points, those bullet points, and that they understand the message that you were attempting to convey. So you summarize, and then you capitalize on the moment. You capitalize on the moment. Yes, that is so true. As long as you touch one person, you've done your job right. I truly believe that as well. You know, a lot of people look for a huge audience. And if that's what rock your boat, fine. But if you just touch that one person, that hem of that dress, the hem of that sleeve, yes, you've done your job. And so when you are trying to find your audience, because each and every one of us do that, especially when you're a new business owner, and even when you're going to speak publicly to people, you're trying to find an audience. And I recommend that you do that. Go out and find people that are organizations that, perhaps church or something, whatever you're involved in, to see if they will allow you to speak. You got to start somewhere. Because when you start somewhere, that will evolve you to continue to climb to that next level of your speaking career. And so summarize the whole message in perhaps maybe 1 sentence, 2 sentences, no more than 3 sentences, and then capitalize on the moment. If you are attempting to sell them something, then you want to capitalize by offering. You don't want to miss that opportunity. You want to offer them what you're selling to them. But everything you've stated should have brought them to this point where they're like, hey, I think I need that. All right. So you want to make certain that you are capitalizing and asking for the sale. Closed mouth don't ever get fed. So you want to make sure you ask. If you don't ask, you won't receive. So do that. And then the last thing in the presentation, you want to close. Now, some people will tell you don't say thank you. I think it's rude when people don't say thank you. I wasn't brought up that way. My parents always taught me, Granny and them always said, say thank you when people offer you something. Say thank you when people give you something. Yes. Yeah. Say thank you. And it's just a measure of ethics. It's a measure of appreciation. Just like on Periscope, hearts are a form of appreciation. And we appreciate that because we're giving free information. Yeah, you can possibly get it anywhere, but you don't get that one-on-one connection. And you can't beat that one-on-one connection. Because when I'm working with my coaches, for me to have one-on-one connection with them, it beats going online, looking at some I probably can't even talk to nobody and ask them a question. On Periscope, you have the ability to ask us questions. I'm not a newbie in this game. As I say all the time, I've been in business over 20 years. I've been doing my own thing for 20 years. I've worked a job in corporate America over 20 years. I know I look young. And I have been the CEO of me for the last 10 years, which means everything that I've done is to build my own enterprise. So I take the knowledge. Yes, you're 25. This is a perfect time to get your life together and start building your legacy. This is perfect. If I had to do it all over at 25, I can't tell you what I would do. I know I would do something possibly a little different, but I've enjoyed my life. I can't complain. At 25, I was a business owner. I had my own business, and I had completed my MBA as well. I had my BA when I was 20, and I got my MBA when I had just turned 23. I had just turned 23 when I got my MBA. So you're at a prime age that you should be owning your life, whatever it is. You should be building where when you get 45, 20 years from now, that you're able to not work a job if you don't want to. It'll be by choice. That's the prime stage. Yes, you was locked up. That's okay. You was locked up. That's okay. Things happen in life. Things happen. Look, things happen in life. But since you were locked up, you said you were locked up, you have the opportunity now to start your life again. Just because you were there then does not mean where you're going to be in the future. In the name of Jesus. So take that experience that you had and now move to the next level by building your life up, by creating opportunity for yourself. Yes, I like that. And my ministry that I work with, we go into the prisons, and you will be surprised how many people that understand what they did. Hopefully you understood what you did was wrong and won't repeat it. But now they're in a position that they want to change their life, especially if it wasn't a real major. I mean, every crime is a major crime. But if it was, like I have this guy, he robbed. He did a little robbery and things of that nature. He got some time. However, right now he understands he did wrong, and he has a family, and right now he's trying to rebuild and reconstruct his life. And so we're helping him do that within the ministry. It's not me, it's just the ministry, and I'm just adding my time there to teach them how to start a business, so when they get out, that they can take the knowledge that they have and go create their own job, because majority of the time it's hard to find a job after you've had that time. People don't want to give you a chance. Yes, you good? You ready? Yes, praise God. And I'm going to pray that you do. I'm going to pray that you use this time to sit down and evaluate what you want to do in your life. How do you want to create your life for the next 20 years? What do you want to do? If you have a family, you have children, how do you want to leave your legacy to impact them so that they don't go through the same thing you went through, and so that you can provide guidance and direction to say not to do it, and here's what you do to be successful. And so it's, all of us go through something. Your struggles may not be mine, and mine are not yours, but all of us have been imprisoned to something in our lives, whether it's lack, whether it's a lack of not knowing what to do, education, monetary gifts, spirituality, whatever it is. All of us lack something and have been imprisoned to something. Okay. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. People, they try to ride that high horse. Now, I've never been in that situation in my life, but like I said, I've been in prison in other situations, where I didn't think I was going to succeed at something. I've always had high self-esteem and motivation. Yes. Oh, no, that's not my job. That is not my job. Not my job. In fact, I am proud of you. I'm proud of you that you're taking the time to, go into people's scopes and learn more about people and learn more about how you can change your life. So no, I don't do that. I don't do that with you and anybody else, because first of all, again, as I mentioned, that's not my job. That's not my job at all. My job is to encourage you. My job is to share with you that there is life tomorrow. My job is to make you aware that you are, nobody on this earth is perfect. We all make mistakes. And if somebody is judging you, shame on them, because they will be judged as well. Like that judger right there, we're going to just hurry up and get them all out because they're ignorant. Respectful. I guess it's the time of the day where people coming out the basement. And so you have to look at that, and those you have to ignore those people because those are the judgers. And everybody that attempts to judge, yes, I'm not. Don't worry, they can't steal my joy. All those people that attempt to judge me, you, anybody else, they will be judged in the end. And that's all you have to recognize and remember. They will be judged in the end. So I don't let people that talk about me, I don't let people who hate on you, because everybody got haters. Everybody does. Yes, even Jesus had haters. But what did he do? He persevered. He persevered and moved on and became great and is one of the most recognizable figures in the world. So that is my message. Didn't mean to go spiritual there, but every now and then you just got to let that message. I don't hide my spirituality from anyone. It's in my business practice. It's in everything that I do. So I don't make any apologies for sharing the word with people who need that inspiration, because that's part of what I do as well. I inspire people to get through those hurdles in their life, because it's hard. Life can be hard, especially, life can be hard. If you're brown, life can be hard, okay? So we have to always be in the mindset of encouraging people to be greater than what the world sees them as. We have to be positive to know that we have greatness lying deep inside of us that just needs to be unwrapped and shared with the world. Each and every one of us has a gift, and my gift is no bigger than yours, and your gift is no bigger than mine. Exactly. And so each and every one of us has something to share. The thing is, you need to find what it is, what your gift is, so that you can share it. That's the key. All right. Any questions? Any questions? I appreciate that love. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. My name is Nichelle Womack, and as I mentioned, I am a life transition. What is transition? Transition is change. A lot of times people are afraid of change. Why? Because change is something different. So I help you transition within that change so that you can find your passion, whatever you're passionate about. If you're going through struggles in life, I can help you with that as well. I'm not a certified LPC licensed professional counselor. I am currently pursuing a PhD in human behavior. So I'm not counseling you. I'm advising you. And with that being said, I'm able to help you because of the information that I have as far as education, the experience, and then the pursuing of continued education in a PhD program. And so I help people coach them and share with them the direct path if they're confused, that they don't know where they want to go in life. I got a new client today, and this client is struggling with career choice. So I'm helping giving them some guidance of where they can go. They too have tons of education, and they're just kind of confused. Yeah, I'm excited. I love working with new people. Kind of confused what path to take. So I'm hopefully my goal is to help them see all the gifts that they have, and then we're going to unwrap them, and then we're going to share them with the world as well. I think she wants to be a public speaker too, so because she's very, very, very astute. And I can see great things coming out of her. Just got to give her some direction. And so life transition strategist, and then I'm a business strategist. As I mentioned, I've been in business over 20 years. I've been working with people. I've done partnership. I've done all kind of stuff with business. Started over 20 businesses. I've been in partnership with people in business. I've had my own business. Currently still have my own businesses that I run and operate. So not new to that area as well. And as I mentioned, I have an MBA and a BA and pursuing that PhD. Worked in corporate America in many types of leadership positions, management, the employee, strategy, human resources, whatever it was that I took my skills and moved. Because remember, your skills are marketable and you should be able to utilize them in every area of your life. Yes, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. It's not me. It's not me. I just try to keep pushing forward and stay positive. Stay positive. I want you to stay positive too. So that is my message. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to my website to Excel with Nichelle. I greatly appreciate the love. To all my replay viewers, it is customary when you come in to share some love, to say that if you're coming back to listen to this message, that you appreciate it, and that what the information that you received, hopefully it will benefit you in your life, especially if you are interested in becoming a public speaker. Not necessarily just a public speaker. If you speak on your job, if you're looking to advance in your career, speaking is so, so important. So if you have no further questions, then I am going to sign off because I've had a very busy, productive day. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. May everything you touch turn to gold. Be blessed and highly favored in everything you do. I'm signing off right now as Nichelle Womack. Love you too. God bless you. Yes, take care.